Happiness, now or later. The impact of timing on well-being. Happiness now or later. The impact of timing on well-being. You're listening to Technical News Reading, presented by Hakeem Alibokis Alexander on Wisdom, Social Audio Inc., and Spreaker, Social Podcasting, presented for World Reading Club in association with Uniquilibrium. This edition's reading focus comes to us from neurosciencenews.com and is titled Happiness Now or Later: The Impact of Timing on Well-Being. It was published on May 29th, 2023, the date of this reading, under the categories of neuroscience and psychology. Summary. A new study explores how people's preferences for immediate or delayed happiness can shape their behavior and overall well-being. It discusses two different views on happiness. One, where happiness is an accumulating resource, often delayed for the sake of long-term goals, and another, where happiness is fleeting and must be experienced in the present moment. While delaying happiness can lead to feelings of anticipated happiness and pride, it can also induce guilt and anxiety. On the contrary, favoring immediate happiness leads to more enjoyment and positive emotions. Key facts. 1. People who view happiness as cumulative often delay it for the achievement of long-term goals, while those who see it as fleeting favor immediate gratification. 2. Delaying happiness for long-term goals can lead to anticipated happiness and pride, but can cause feelings of guilt, anxiety, and regret. 3. Living in the moment can contribute to more positive emotions and overall well-being, promoting engagement in enjoyable activities. Source: University at Buffalo. Is happiness something to work hard towards and accumulate over time, or is it something transient and fleeting that should be savored in the moment? Past research has examined who, when, and why some people favor feeling happy now versus later. But those studies don't address how this preference for immediate versus delayed happiness relates to behavior and well-being. Now, a University at Buffalo psychologist is filling that knowledge gap with a study that approaches happiness from a novel research angle. The findings, published in the journal Emotion, suggest that people's beliefs about happiness matter in shaping their everyday goal pursuits and well-being. People can think of happiness as an investment, similar to how one might put money into a savings account and watch it grow over time. When people view happiness as a cumulative resource, they are likely to believe in delaying happiness, the idea that working hard and making sacrifices toward their important long-term goals will make them happier in the future, says Laura Park, PhD, Associate Professor of Psychology and Director of the Self and Motivation Lab in the UB College of Arts and Sciences. On the other hand, people can think of happiness as fleeting, similar to how one might put money into the stock market and watch it fluctuate from day to day, not knowing when the market will be up or down. When people view happiness in this way, they are likely to believe in living in the moment, seizing opportunities to feel happy now, rather than postponing happiness into the unknown future. Park led a research team that conducted studies with samples that included both college-aged and adult community participants. They first established a new scale to measure delaying happiness versus living in the moment beliefs, and then examined the costs and benefits of endorsing these beliefs about happiness. Results suggest that delaying happiness to pursue important long-term goals is associated with greater anticipated happiness and pride upon achieving that goal, but there is a downside, according to Park. Although delaying happiness has benefits, it is also related to feeling more guilty, anxious, and regretful when engaging in activities that take time or energy away from one's long-term goals, says Park. Western society often admires those who pursue goals at the expense of immediate happiness, while living in the moment can be seen as indulgent or impulsive. But we shouldn't be dismissive. Living in the moment has benefits too. People who believe in living in the moment engage in more fun and enjoyable activities, even if they are unrelated to their long-term goal pursuits, which contributes to more positive emotions and greater overall well-being, Park says. These individuals don't see these activities of experiences as wasted time, as something to regret or feel guilty about. Park's research found that while beliefs about happiness are relatively stable, they can also shift and be influenced by societal messages that place differential value on happiness being cumulative or fleeting. Happiness is often viewed as something to enjoy now or later, but our research suggests that there are costs and benefits to both, and that these beliefs are malleable as well, she says. If you know you're graduating in a few weeks, it may be advantageous to live in the moment rather than delaying happiness till a later point in time. You can shift to living in the moment and enjoy non-goal related pursuits now without feeling bad about it. There's no question that long-term goals often require persistence and focus. People give up a lot in that regard. But there are costs associated with this pursuit, such as passing up on opportunities to seize happiness right now, which can boost positive emotions and feelings of closeness and connection with others, says Park. Ultimately, one belief about happiness is not necessarily better than the other, according to Park. Simply being aware of these different beliefs about happiness, and that one can be flexible in these beliefs, is something to consider in maximizing happiness and well-being in one's everyday life. About this psychology research news. Author, Bert Gambini. Source, University at Buffalo. The original research is under closed access and is titled Happiness to Enjoy Now or Later: Consequences of Delaying Happiness and Living in the Moment Beliefs by Laura E. Park and others in the journal Emotion. In just a moment, we'll be reading that part of that abstract from that paper. You've been listening to Technical News Reading, presented by Hakeem Ali Bokus Alexander on Spreaker, Social Podcasting, and Wisdom, Social Audio Inc., presented for World Reading Club in association with Uniquilibrium. Neuroscience News continues with the abstract from the paper titled Happiness: To Enjoy Now or Later: Consequences of Delaying Happiness and Living in the Moment Beliefs. How do people think about happiness? Is it something best enjoyed as an investment over time, or is it something fleeting that should be savored? When people view happiness as an investment, they may endorse delaying happiness, DH, the belief that working hard and sacrificing opportunities for happiness now will contribute to greater future happiness. When people view happiness as fleeting, they may endorse living in the moment, LM, the belief that one should prioritize or that one should seize proximal opportunities to experience happiness now rather than later. Using a mix of cross-sectional meta-analytic studies, experimental and daily diary methods, people who endorse delayed happiness or living in the moment beliefs anticipated more positive effect upon goal attainment and experienced greater well-being, but only delayed happiness was related to more negative effect when pursuing non-focal goals and less delay discounting of future rewards. Implications for self-regulation and emotion are discussed. Neuroscience News asks that you join our newsletter. Sign up to receive our recent neuroscience headlines and summaries sent to your email once a day, totally free. We hate spam and only use your email to contact you about newsletters. You can cancel your subscription anytime. You've been listening to Technical News Reading, presented by Hakeem Ali Bokus Alexander on Spreaker, Social Podcasting, and Wisdom, Social Audio Inc., presented for World Reading Club in association with Uniquilibrium. This edition's reading focus has come to us from neurosciencenews.com. It was published on May 29th, 2023, the time of this reading, under the categories of neuroscience and psychology. You can read this article and others like it for yourself by visiting neurosciencenews.com. 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 Happiness now or later, the impact of timing on well-being. Neuroscience News posts science research news from labs, universities, hospitals, and news departments around the world. Science articles cover neuroscience, psychology, AI, robotics, neurology, brain cancer, mental health, machine learning, autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, brain research, depression, and other sciences.